Chair recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Tonko, for 5 minutes to ask your questions.
Thank you, Chair Hudson and Ranking Member Matsui, for co-hosting this hearing, and welcome to our guests. My opinion, this hearing is long overdue. The actions of the Federal Communications Commission over the past year have been deeply troubling and demand serious oversight. As many of my colleagues have discussed, we have seen dangerous violations of free speech, of political interference, certainly at what should be an independent agency, and brazen efforts to greenlight illegal broadcast consolidation. Today, I want to focus on the Commission's rollback of basic consumer protections. I listened with great interest to Ms. Castor's exchange with the panel as it relates to E-rate support. In 2024, when the FCC announced it was expanding E-rate support to include Wi-Fi on school buses and hotspot lending by schools and libraries, I was indeed thrilled. I have long advocated for this expansion as a practical way to narrow that homework gap and reach students who otherwise lack reliable broadband access. However, last year, the Commission reversed its course. I joined many of my colleagues in calling out that rollback, and I do it again here today. So Chairman Carr and Commissioner Trustee, I strongly urge you to reconsider your votes and reinstate that rule. This decision was cruel, and I believe very much short-sighted. It strips students of the tools they need to succeed and widens that digital divide the Commission is charged with closing. Commissioner Gomez, in your testimony, you noted that E-rate support for buses and hotspots was one of the most effective tools the FCC had to ensure students across the country are not left behind in our digital economy. And I heard all of your remarks to Representative Castor, but from your perspective, what impact will students, educators, and libraries experience as a rollback with these E-rate expansions? And what does that mean for the FCC's obligation to ensure universal service?
Yes, thank you for that question. Broadband connectivity is crucial to be able to participate in today's digital economy. In order for students to become ready for the digital future, in order for seniors to be able to make their health appointments, in order for people to apply for jobs, in order for veterans to be able to meet their health care as well. And yet, if you don't have access to broadband, we need the ability to provide affordable access to these students and to all these other folks that rely on broadband, because today, broadband is everywhere. Everything is done online. So losing access via hotspots means students can't do it to do homework. Losing the Wi-Fi means students can't do it while they're on their school buses. There are some states where students are on the school bus for 2 hours each way. Think about what they could do to do their homework on those buses, and we pulled that away.
Thank you for the response. Last month, this committee held a hearing on public safety with witnesses emphasizing that emergency alerts must be effective for everyone, including individuals with language barriers. So it also is disappointing to have seen the FCC delay common sense safety reforms like multilingual emergency alerts. The Commission had to be sued by state attorneys general, including New York's Letitia James, for obstruction before publishing its rule on multilingual emergency alerts. And even now, provisions of that rule have been delayed indefinitely. So Commissioner Gomez, can you explain the risks that delayed multilingual alerts pose to our public safety?
Yes, it is so important that everyone be able to get access to emergency alerts and that they be able to understand them. We can only save lives if people understand the emergency alerts. So we've squandered time. We have the Olympics and the World Cup coming next year, which is going to require a lot of people to get alerts if there is a public safety incident in language they might understand. So I am hopeful that we will move forward in order to ensure that everyone can understand the emergency alerts.
We see a lot of brutality in our streets and neighborhoods these days. So
just a point of clarification, because I think this is important. Multilingual alerts could go out before, and they can go out today, and then go out tomorrow. So just to make sure we're not leaving people with the misimpression that alert originators can't send out multilingual alerts. They can, and we want them to.
Okay.
And it is true that is the case. What this does, what the FCC has paused, is actually making it easier and more frequent that they will be able to put those out Because right now, the vast majority of alerts go out in English because it's the originators that put them out.
Well, thank you. I had other questions. I'll get them to the committee, but let me just close and say that freedom of speech is the underpinning of our republic.
Thank you.
With that, I yield back.
Thank the gentleman.